welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a Thanksgiving holiday kind of look. Don't mind my little PJ onesie, but how cute is my little background that I decorated for Christmas? I'm obsessed. Super excited because Thanksgiving is this Thursday, so I wanted to create a Thanksgiving look for you guys. I didn't want it to be really natural. I kind of wanted to go all out with like a cut crease, gold, you know, like Thanksgiving-y kind of colors, and create something fun for you guys. I haven't done a cut crease on my channel in a really long time, and those are my favorite looks, so that's what we're going to be doing here today. So I'll stop rambling, I'll be quick, and just jump into the video. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe before you go. Follow me on all my social medias, and I hope you guys have a super great, fun Thanksgiving. Eat a lot, hang out with your family, be thankful for everything you guys have in your lives. And that's basically it. Happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you guys enjoy this video.
Happy Thanksgiving! So to start off this Thanksgiving tutorial, I am going to prime my lips with the Farsali Rose Gold Elixir just to keep them hydrated throughout the video because they're a little bit dry. Now to prime my eyelids, I'm going to use a little bit of Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Medium just to prime the lids, blend that out, and then set it using any cream colored shadow that you have or translucent powder. So now jumping into the new Morphe 9A Always Golden palette. I just received this palette. I just ordered it from Ulta, so I wanted to test it out and review it for you guys. So starting off with the color Splendid, it really reminds me of MAC Uninterrupted. I think Kathleen Lights also had this in her Morphe palette as well. It's such a pretty muted out mustardy kind of pukey color. So I'm going to put this in our transition for the first transition color and just buff it out into our crease. I love this color for our first transition. It just sets the tone of the entire look and gives you that neutral brown in your crease. So you're just going to dust this back and forth into the crease, just blending it out in circular motions. Now to add a little bit more warmth to this look, I want this look to be very orangey and warm and fiery. It just reminds me of Thanksgiving. So I'm going to go in with ColourPop's Cannonball. Since that Morphe 9A palette did not have a warm, really orangey tone color, I wanted to go in with a super orange color and just blend it out a lot and bring out a lot of the intensity in that color. So I'm going to be dipping it back and forth until I get the intensity that I want into our crease. So I'm just going in with another like Sigma E40 blending brush and just really buffing everything out in circular motions so we don't have any harsh lines. And don't worry if anything gets a little bit crazy and really like messy everywhere, because we're going to go in and clean everything up later. Since this is a cut crease, it gives you kind of a chance to be a little bit messy with your look, if that makes any kind of sense. So I'm going to go back in with that Splendid from the Morphe palette and just dust it above that Cannonball shade just to bring out that little muted out brown a little bit more. So now going into Makeup Geeks, I forgot what that's called, Makeup Geeks Cocoa Bear. What a brain fart. I'm going to take a small blending brush and just dust this into the outer part of my lid and lower part of my crease, about halfway in, and blending it out in circular motions just to start deepening up the look. This look is going to be pretty intense on the outer part of the eye, so I wanted to slowly begin to deepen it up with this color, and it has a lot of warmth in that brown. It's kind of like a red brick brown, and it's so pretty, and it's such a pretty color. So I'm going to switch back into Cannonball and just dust out those edges. You guys know me and my harsh lines. I don't like them, so I just blend my life away. So now going into this color right here, Surprise. I'm going to use this to highlight underneath my brow bone. Honestly, that color isn't really intense, so I was kind of disappointed in that color. You'll see later, but now I'm going to take this other color from that Morphe palette called Bruise, and I'm going to start trying to deepening up the look. Honestly, I was kind of disappointed in this brown as well because I thought it would be a lot deeper than what it was, and it honestly wasn't doing it for me. So I'm going to switch back into ColourPop shadows and take Noche from the I Love Serahi collab and really use this to really deepen up that outer part of the lid and lower part of the crease. As you can tell, this one really shined through. So I don't know if that other brown was a little bit more muted of a brown or just wasn't as pigmented as I expected. But this Noche really brought it through for me. So I'm going to place this onto the outer part of the lid, and then now I'm going to take a smaller blending brush from Morphe and dust this across my entire crease just to really begin shaping out that cut crease and just placing the shadow where I want it to go, because once we start cutting the crease, this shadow will really sharpen up and shine through. I know it looks a little bit messy right now, but I promise you that is a joy of cut creases, is it can be a little bit messy, but everything's gonna look very sharp and cut later. So I'm gonna go back in with Cannonball and just dust everything together and blend everything out. You guys know the deal. I keep doing this step just to really clean everything up. And now for the star of the show, I'm using Stila Magnificent Metals Liquid Eyeshadow, the glitter eyeshadow in Rose Gold Retro. I just picked this up, and guys, can you guys see how freaking pretty that shadow is? It's so pretty, and it's so easy to do a cut crease with this. So basically, you just want to start off really slowly since that doe foot is a little bit thicker, and place the shadow where you want to go. And then I go in with a flat shader brush and just really begin to move it while it's still wet where I want it to be. Then it dried up a little bit, so I took just the brush and I dipped it into the actual glitter, and then I used that to really sharpen up the crease. And as you can see, you want to move in really small, short motions just to keep everything very sharp and very precise. So once again, we'll do the other eye. Just begin kind of carving it out as much as you can, and you don't want to carve it out with the doe foot precisely because it can get very messy since the doe foot is very big. So that's why I go back in with the brush, and I use the brush to really sharpen it up while the shadow is still wet. I hope that makes sense to you guys. Then I'll go back in with that small blending brush and place a little bit of Noche back in and just blend out those edges and make everything look a little bit sharper than what it is. Then I'm going to go back into Cocoa Bear using a Sigma E25 and place that a little bit on top of that rose gold color just to make everything really look ombre and blended out and not have it so sharply like glitter then shadow. Placing the Cocoa Bear on top really gives you that ombre effect and blended out effect at the very end of your eye. Then going in a little bit more with Noche, just adding it in just because you lost a little bit once you place that glitter, just blending everything out. As you guys can see, this eye look is so freaking easy. Literally, you guys can do it. So here I tried going back in with that gold shadow from the Morphe palette, and it wasn't pigmented at all, so I had to go in and spray it, and right here you can see that it really shows up a little bit more. So I don't know what it is about this palette. It's just weird to me because a lot of Morphe palettes are super pigmented, but this one wasn't for me. But I don't know, maybe I have to give it another go, but right now I don't feel like it's worth the money, even though it is pretty cheap. I don't know, you guys go pick it up if you guys want to, and let me know what you guys think about it. So now moving on to our face, I'm using Smashbox Primer and just priming my face with that. And then now going in with EX1 foundation in 10.0 with a little bit of MAC Strobe Cream and Peach Light, mixing those two together because I wanted to kind of sheer out the foundation because we're going to go in with the foundation contour and concealer. So I wanted the foundation to be pretty light on my face, and mixing in that MAC Strobe Cream really gives you that effect. And I love that MAC Strobe Cream. I literally live by it. So now for contour, I'm going into EX1 foundation in F500. It is literally the perfect natural contour shade. As you guys can tell right here, it just blends out and gives you a little bit of a contour and a little bit of a bronze at the same time. It's so pretty. I use this on all my brides, and it's such a good technique. So if you guys want to pick up these foundations and pick up one darker to test it out, I promise you guys will love it. So obviously you're going to contour your forehead, your cheekbones, underneath your jawline, my nose, and I also didn't show it, but I did underneath my bottom lip a little bit just to give me that pouty effect. Once we're done blending everything out, I'm going to go into Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Medium, place that on my forehead, my chin, my cupid's bow, and my nose to give me a highlighted effect. And then once we're done blending that out, I'm also going to use the same exact concealer to conceal underneath my eyelids. And you guys know how I feel about the Tarte Shape Tape. I love it and I hate it. It's honestly amazing if you use the smallest amount, but it can be terrible if you use too much because it is so full coverage. Does anybody else love concealer as much as I do? I just feel like once you place the concealer underneath your eyes, it just sharpens up and cleans up your entire look, and it makes everything look so flawless and beautiful. Am I the only one that thinks that? Because I just love concealer so much. As you can tell, it just cleans up the eye look, makes everything really shine through. So now going in with Derma Blend Cool Beige Loose Translucent Powder, or not translucent, loose powder. I am using this to set my entire face and bake underneath my contour lines just to really give me that chiseled out look. And then once I'm done placing everything, I'm just going to dust it away. As you guys can tell, I'm going for full glam for Thanksgiving, girl. I am not playing around. So now going into Anastasius Glow Kit, I am using Bubbly and Dripping in Gold. Guys, I completely forgot about this palette. I use it on my clients all the time for brides, but I never use it on myself anymore. And holy shit, do you guys see that highlight? It is so pretty, and I forgot how good this highlight kit is. It's literally so good. So I highlight my cheekbones, my chin, my cupid's bow, my nose, and I love to highlight in between my brows lately. I just feel like it gives you such a pretty glow and like a dew from within, if that makes any kind of sense. And then I'm going to go in with Milani's Make It Last setting spray and spray my face, and then go back in with a beauty blender and just tap my highlight into my face just to blend everything in and make everything seem very seamless and natural. So now going into ColourPop, I picked up a bunch of their bronzers when they had a sale of 20% off, and I believe this is In It to Win It bronzer. I'm just going to lightly bronze up my face and down my neck and my forehead, and again hit my nose one more time because I feel like I lost a little bit of that contour. And then I also picked up one of their blushes. I forgot the name of it. I'll list it down below. Picked up two of their blushes actually, and I'm going to use this for blush today. And I made that palette just for my bridal kit. They have the cheapest I guess you can say like Z palettes for only $10, and they fit a lot of shadows. So I went in with Splendid underneath that black eyeliner that I just placed underneath my eye and just blended everything together. We're basically going to use everything that we used on the upper eyes underneath, just working our way down. So I went in with Splendid, and now I'm going to go back in with Bruise and I drag this about halfway in, not too far in because this is a deep brown. And because everything started to look a little bit too cool underneath and everything up top is warm, I went back in with Cannonball, and this honestly made the under eyes like pop so much. I am obsessed with that Cannonball shade, and I was listening to Christmas music, so don't mind my singing. But this literally brought everything underneath together. I love the warmth that brought. Now I'm going to take a flat definer brush and go in with Noche and just drag that about halfway in very tightly to my lower lash line just to make that black eyeliner blend in very well. So now going in with a little bit of mascara underneath, and that basically completes the eye look, guys. I'm so obsessed with it. I went in with a little bit more of the Rose Gold Elixir just because my lips were still a little bit dry, and honestly, that made everything go on my lips so smooth. You guys need to try that. This is MAC Cork Lip Liner. I'm obsessed with this lip liner. I just got it, and it's such a perfect warm nude for my lips. And now going in with ColourPop I Love Sarah He and 951 Ultra Satin Lips, and that basically completes this look. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. I'm so obsessed with this look. I can't even begin to explain to you guys how pretty this is, and I'm for sure wearing this for Thanksgiving. So I hope I was able to give you guys some inspiration for Thanksgiving, and don't forget to get very pretty and dressed up and glam because you guys deserve it, and eat a lot of food because we definitely deserve that as well. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.